Hey, welcome to Fireside Technique. This is part 2 of our series with Ty Pilata reviewing rotary tattoo machines. Mosquitoes are eating me. I'd forgotten to record an intro to this second video, so I thought I'd step out in the backyard and do that today. If you haven't yet seen the first video in this series, I will link to it below so you can watch them in order if you choose to do that. I don't know if it's necessary. Much like this intro, this entire series is not super high quality audio or video. It was kind of a half thought out idea after sitting at a hotel bar. One night we just kind of went into our hotel room at Hell City, Columbus, threw out all of our machines and started doing reviews. So the lighting isn't great, the audio isn't great, but I think that the content's pretty good. So enjoy, be sure to thumb us up and leave us a comment. And if you really like the way this series is going, I think we'll probably dive in a little deeper and do a more polished professional version of this series. So thanks a lot. All right, so let's start with the FK irons.
Okay.
All right, so tell me, you've been through a couple of these now, right?
I've had a few. Got rid of them. Got them back.
Why do you buy and sell machines so much?
I get bored. I like to try something different.
Yeah.
I've always loved the machine. I hated the fact that it didn't have a disposable grip.
Yeah.
And that just came out a year and a half after release.
Okay.
They have one size, Gorilla, and no standard. Also, my least favorite thing about this machine is the shape of this grip.
I was messing with it.
There's nothing ergo about this thing. It is the dumbest idea. Depending on where you need to hold this machine, you're either in a hole or on top of a hole.
Yeah.
This thing needs to be round.
Yeah.
If you want to put knurling on this thing or any kind of symmetrical shape to it, it needs to be the same shape all the way around. Put grooves in it, put shapes in it, whatever the hell you want to do, but it needs to be the same here and the same here. There. It doesn't need a hole and a hump.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need to look like a set of nuts. You can edit that out if you want.
Oh.
But this is the front. No. I love the way this machine's mechanism works. It tattoos amazingly. But the design of this thing has just had entirely too many jokes, almost as if it's part of their marketing to have something that looks like a set of nuts and a cock and balls.
Yeah.
It truly is the only tattoo machine out there, pen style, that looks like it belongs in a top drawer versus a tattoo drawer.
Yeah.
But the mechanism in this thing, it's fantastic. The motor is strong. The two-stroke lengths that you can get out of this thing, I want to say he's got a 3.2 and a 3.7. 3.2 is all you really need. If you're really going to line with this thing and you want a 3.7, it's good as well. But most people that I know use the 3.2. It packs color well.
How do you change the...
There's a tiny little Allen key here, and there's another cam that looks identical to this, only it's slightly larger, so instead of your throw being 3.2, you're 3.7.
Okay. Gotcha.
The mechanism is this whole entire piece here. Whatever he's got going on inside this funny looking thing, it's great.
Yeah.
It lines well on smaller lines. Some people use it to sculpt lines, but if you're a person that does very line dependent tattoos, you're gonna want something more like a Dan Kuba machine or a coil machine to drop heavy lines.
Yeah.
But this will do smaller lines to medium sized lines just fine. And this mechanism, besides driving the machine efficiently with very little vibration, is also your give control. Your give control on this thing will get you anywhere from hard to soft. Turned all the way out, you're on soft. Turned all the way up, you're hard. Anywhere from like three, anywhere from 3 clicks to 5 clicks is going to give you good give in the middle. Unless you're a person that wants a very solid hit, this give is still going to give you a tiny amount of dampening, but still allow you to pack color and blend color extremely well. And even some of your best artists out there that are sponsored by this guy will only set it to 3 clicks off a hard. It gives you enough dampening to still give you a pack and saturation, but allow you to build and blend. So it's a very efficient machine. Does color work amazingly, and black and gray is extremely well. It's definitely... it's great for color. For me, it's like my favorite black and gray machine.
Yeah, you were telling me that earlier.
Yeah.
So that's mainly what you use it for?
If I'm doing black and gray, I prefer this one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good machine. It has a lot to do with the give for me, because I'm a traditionally trained tattooer that used to use coils, that prefers things to back off.
Okay.
Somebody who started today on nothing but a direct drive, they can train themselves for just a hard-hitting rotary machine like a Bishop machine.
Yeah.
My personal feeling is that slows you down. I can get through things a lot more efficiently, a lot smoother with a machine with GIF.
Yeah. Yeah. Before we leave this one, let's compare it to another pin style machine. You choose. We've got a Xion pin. We have an inkjet, and we'll do. In fact, we're not going to do a review on this one necessarily because we've talked about this machine before on the show, and it's an older machine. What if we were to compare it to another pin style machine? Is there anything you would say that separates those two?
If I'm gonna say, if your two options were this, you're gonna buy into Xion versus buy into FK irons.
The first thing is everything with Xion is proprietary.
Yeah,
which is kind of annoying.
You're stuck with a cable with these guys that they don't even have an adapter that'll allow you to use a regular RCA or a clip cord, which is the stupidest mistake because they know a lot of their guys and their pro team guys will use a coil machine to line because this thing fucking lines terribly. This sculpts lines, but it doesn't line, and it never will. So these guys are going to use coil machines or they're going to use a Dan Coob machine, whatever kind of rotary that packs a line, and then they're going to do all their shading and blending with this. And if these guys don't like give, they're going to be happy with this machine. It's a swash plate. Swash plates are very smooth operating, but they don't have give. If your option was the Xion pen to go with Mount Derm, medical company, or FK irons if you wanted to like buy in the USA or not buy in the USA, this is still a better machine because this machine is a better all-arounder and the mechanism in this thing blows away the swash plate that's in this thing. This is a direct drive in a pen style. This is a machine with give that will act more like a coil. The only downside, like I said right now, is they still only have one size disposable grip. These guys have disposable grips. Both of them were very slow on the release of those grips, which is the dumbest idea, I think, personally. I would rather see these guys all have disposable grips from day one, like ink machines here.
Yeah.
They released the machine. They gave you everything you needed to get your job done.
On the front end.
If you're working with, one tattoo a day doing larger work, these machines are also, they're great as long as you clean them properly and you bag them properly. If you're doing multiple tattoos in a day and you don't want to run a risk of cross-contamination because you didn't have the time to properly clean everything or whatever, a disposable grip is better, which is what the ink machines gives you.
Yeah.
But this machine, pound for pound, you can set it as a direct drive if you really want to. You can change your stroke length if you want to. You can get smooth, soft blends by giving a little give on the... sorry.
That's all right.
If you give this guy... Edit that out. So if you go into here and you adjust your give here, you want to turn it more to soft or you want to turn it all the way to hard, you can get any hit you want on this guy at a 3.2 or a 3.7 millimeter stroke. So you can do smooth black and gray and you can get that at any speed you want. You can pack it harder if you want to hit solid color. You can still give it give and have enough stroke length to pack color, but smoothly rather than aggressively on this machine. Whereas you're only getting a solid fixed 3.5 stroke on this guy. This thing's going to hit the same way no matter what. No matter where you're working on the body, which might not be okay if you're working on softer skin. It may be. You have to work more on your wrist control here than you would on a machine like this. This you have to work more off your tips. This you can work off your tube tip.